What's going on, YouTube? It's Moose09 here. I was really looking forward to not necessarily hate week, but kind of a fun week with the Panthers fans this week. But well, if you don't know, Wednesday, Adrian Peterson's 2-year-old son was beaten severely by, I do believe it's his ex-girlfriend, ex-wife's boyfriend, Joseph Patterson. I just got wind of this today. Actually, a guy was telling me about it today, and at 5 o'clock, I was a little sooner than that. It was probably about 4:30. I was in the shop and on Facebook, and I see Adrian Peterson's son had passed away. I'm just at such a loss for words, because the guy has just been through so much through his whole entire life. A lot of his childhood, his dad was in prison, having drug issues and whatnot. And at such a young age, if I remember this correctly, him and his brother, I do believe they were riding bike, maybe something to that effect. They were riding bike, and a drunk driver actually hit his brother and killed him. Adrian witnessed that, and then it was, the night before the combine, and his other brother was murdered, shot in cold-blooded murder. And he still came to the combine. The guy, and this is where I want to talk about the steroid thing that people like to say. The guy has so much motivation to keep going in life. He pushes himself to the limit, and he works so hard, and I'm telling you guys, it has nothing, he's not doing steroids. The guy has more than enough motivation. And my heart goes out to the Peterson family. Sorry, I'm a little choked up, but man, say what you want, but he would. I don't know how other fan bases do this, but here we treat a lot of our players like family, and Adrian is part of that family. So for this to happen to him again is just, how much more can the guy take? And it's just like I said, the guy has so much motivation just to keep going, and I don't know how he does it. He could have turned to drugs, he could have turned to drinking, and he didn't. He just kept his, pursuit of his dream of being in the NFL. And, and that's why I just want to stress, I can't stress enough that he's not, the guy's not doing steroids. It's just that when somebody doubts him, he just comes back with this fiery attitude. And he says, no, screw you. you know. And then when stuff like this happens to him, that's he's got the motivation to keep going. And I applaud this man to the death of me. He's definitely by far the most outstanding NFL player that I've ever witnessed in my entire life. And I don't just mean on the field, I mean off the field, how he deals with life in general. When he gets something thrown at him, he takes it on head on. And I'm so proud of him, and I hope that we got to get this guy a Super Bowl ring, But and you know what? This video is not even about that today. But you know, I just want to ask you guys to please send a prayer out to him and his family. As you can pretty tell, I'm just speechless. I don't know what to say. Like I said, I found out the news around 4:30, 5 o'clock. I just put my phone down in the shop and walked outside. And, I got pretty teary-eyed, because this guy just goes through it and he just finds a way through it. Just keeps going. I don't know how he does it, but he does it. And, a lot of people, obviously you wouldn't expect him to play on Sunday, but he's already told the media that he's playing on Sunday. And he gave us fans, a huge thank you, and for all the support. And Adrian, obviously you're not probably gonna ever watch this, but dude, you ain't gotta thank us, man. You're like family here, bro. We love you no matter what, and we'll always be here for you. I really truly hope somehow you come across this, because man, you ain't gotta thank us. Like I said, you're family. You are part of this family, bro. And we love you, man. We really do. And I'm so proud of you for everything that you've already accomplished, for everything that you've been through and just faced it head on. I couldn't be any happier with how you've turned out as an NFL player, and such a great member of this organization, really. I mean, you're outstanding. And you deserve all the respect in the world. You really do. And I'm damn proud to call you my brother. I mean, as silly as that sounds, but really I am, I'm really proud to call you a Vikings brother. I really truly am. And but I'll just, and I'm going to get into something else real quick too. Bears fans, please bear with me. I owe you a video, I know, and I'm truly sorry that I haven't made it. I've been kind of dealing with some family things of my own. Basically, I have a family member that's pretty much on the edge right now. So I've just been busy back and forth to that, and I do apologize. I'm doing my best to be here when I can. I really truly am. So I appreciate you guys not saying, Welsh or whatever, I appreciate it very much, and not, so I do appreciate that, Bears fans. I promise you will get that video shortly. But on to this Panthers game real quick. Matt Castle's obviously starting the game. Wow, man, he looks so good versus the Steelers. I was very impressed, and he 248 yards, 2 touchdowns. The first half he went. It was 6 for 15, I believe, and he finished out the game 16 for 25. Now, to me, I don't believe that he missed a single pass in the second half. I could be wrong, but I don't think he did. So he's playing good, He's definitely earned a shot at starting, And I know we brought in Josh Freeman, and that was a little out of left field, but at the same time, you might as well give it a shot. You got him for next to nothing. Yeah, $3 million, but it doesn't hold against your salary cap, so that's good. And we got Brian Relvison. We extended his contract, so that was good. He's been lights out the last year and a half or so. He's been playing damn good, and I'm proud of him for coming on strong lately. Obviously, we got to get this Jared Allen talk going too. We got to get something, either that or he's going to be out the door, which, the way that we gamble like that, I wouldn't be surprised if that's what's going to happen. That's nothing but the truth. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens with that. There's, a few Panthers fans out here that I want to give a quick shout out to. I was going to have fun with The Voice and Pantherholic and NFL Panthers 07 Media. Now, that's what it is now. I was going to have a little fun with those guys, and Jim Rage, can't forget him. And Sexy Mario, of course. How can you forget that guy? Anyway, and then this happened. So I'm really not in the mood for, a lot of trash talk right now. But I will say this. I think his name's Main Attraction or some shit like that. Dude, I don't know where you get that Greg Jennings is washed up, but I think, you're probably the last one to talk about washed up wide receivers. I mean, we could talk Steve Smith all day. Or we could talk about your washed up running game. I mean, we could do that too, But again, I don't. And the truth is, I don't have a lot of hate for the Panthers. I really don't. Not really a lot of hate for their fan base either, So, I really don't have a lot of hate for these guys. I don't. But Pantherholic, you definitely hit it on the head. This Vikings team is going to be inspired on Sunday. And you can bet your fucking sweet ass that Adrian's, going to run like a fucking machine. And, and I'm not trying to say that he's going to do this because of this. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying to you, I really wouldn't be surprised if he had a career day, if he had, a record day. I really wouldn't. Just because of the motivation that drives him, and don't get me wrong, guys, in all honesty, the Panthers defense is a pretty good defense. They're nothing to really, they're not terrible, that's for sure. I mean, they got a pretty good defense. They got smacked around last week, but they got a little motivation over there too, so we'll see what happens. And Cam Newton, he's a good quarterback. He had a little struggle last year, but he's not bad. The last time we played the Panthers, it was a very close game right there at the end. I think, they missed that field goal, so that was huge. Obviously, we came away with the win. I do believe that was Christian Ponder's first win. Anyway, I think the Christian Ponder era is all but over here in Minnesota, and that's too bad. The kid showed potential at times, and obviously, everybody said that he was a shitty quarterback. In my opinion, he's not a shitty quarterback. He's truly not. He's just not consistent enough. If he was more consistent, sure, but he's just not. Obviously, you saw that we were able to run slant routes with Jerome Simpson without the ball tipping off his hands. So, it must be the way that Castle's throwing it to him. That's a hell of a lot better than what Ponder was. But anyway, in my opinion, too, Castle played way better than Ponder did in the preseason as well. So, Castle definitely earned his keep, for sure, I think. And obviously, he's starting tomorrow. Or, I'm sorry, on Sunday. So I'm looking forward to see what he's got again. I really think that he's going to be, I think he's going to have a good game. I really do. And he doesn't need to put up 400 yards. He really doesn't. If we get that run game going, that's going to open up the passing lanes for Jennings. And as you've seen, Jennings ain't washed up. He outran that fucking Steelers defense. So I ain't too worried about Jennings being washed up because he's far from washed up. Trust me. Now he's got somebody throwing to him. What does that tell you? And we'll see how this Josh Freeman thing develops too. I'm interested to see how he plays. He's not. He's still pretty new. I mean, I do believe Tampa Bay drafted him in 2009, so we'll have to see what comes up with that. But shout out to the whole Panthers nation. We're both 1-3, a lot to fight for yet in this game. But I like Pantherholic said, man. The Vikings are coming in with some major motivation now, and AP's probably gonna go. He's probably gonna go off. And he's gonna have a lot on his mind too. So, and I can't wait to feel that. The emotion in that Metrodome come Sunday. That place is just gonna be. It's going to be such an emotional deal, and especially if we win. That's going to be one hell of an emotional win. Like I said earlier, I was pretty choked up when I found out what happened, and I can't. If we win tomorrow, or why do I fucking keep saying tomorrow? On Sunday, I think that I'll be pretty choked up too, just because of the recent events, obviously. And like I said, if you really truly think that AP's doing steroids, there's something fucking wrong with you. And I'm gonna say it. I'll say it to anybody. And main attraction, dude, you want to take a bet? Come at me with one. I'll accept it. But that's all I really got. Prayers out to the Peterson family, obviously. AP, bro, we love you, man. We'll stick behind you 110%. You're a family, man. You don't have to thank us for nothing, bro. We're always here for you, bro. But like I said, that's pretty much all I got. Hopefully I didn't miss anybody in my shout out. Oh, I do believe Mr. Purple Yellow Pride is coming back. I'm not really sure, but look up his channel. He might be making videos again. I'll have to ask him here in a minute. So, and shout out to Stario, Skull Gang, baby. Shout out to King Viking 25, obviously. But yeah, I think that's all I got. Skull Vikes on Sunday, baby. Let's keep it rocking. Let's go. Let's build off that Steelers victory, and let's get another one here against the Panthers. We're at home. Should be a great game. The dome should be rocking. It's going to be emotional. We all know that. And we got some major motivation coming into this motherfucker. So, but yeah, if you guys, but like I said, love him or hate him, please pray for his family and him. And for God's sakes, the fucking media, leave him alone. I leave him alone. He already said what you guys wanted to fucking know, so leave him alone. You already know he's playing on Sunday, so leave him the fuck alone. It's quite frankly, this is not the time. I don't know why you guys do this shit. Leave him alone. How would you like me knocking at your door, calling your phone after something tragic like that happened? Just leave it alone. I understand that's your job, but leave the guy alone right now. Leave him and his family alone. Let them, deal with what they've got going on. Just leave him alone, okay? I'm sick of this shit. He already came out and said that, you know what, media, I'm playing. I just want to be left alone. Leave him alone. Leave him alone. He doesn't need to deal with your fucking shit right now, okay? Seriously. Leave him alone. I don't think you'd want to deal with anybody's shit either after something tragic like that happened to you. So leave the guy alone. I don't give a fuck if it's your job or not. That's pretty much all I got. Like I said, yeah. Shout out to Panthers Nation. I know there's a few Panthers fans that I missed. Jim Rage, howdy ho. Obviously the voice. Voice, dude, you're funny as shit, dude. You crack me up. You're awesome. But, yeah, that's all I got. This video was a little longer than what I wanted, but, yeah. I'm back. So, Skull Vikes, Panthers, your ass is toast come Sunday, baby.